Here I am again. It's a stream. Not sure about what, but I feel like streaming. I feel like having my friends around, seeing people. I'm still feeling pretty happy. I'm gonna share this out. Uh, Edit. I don't know how to use this thing, but perhaps. Oh, I think it's invite people, wasn't it? Oh yeah, there we go. No, never mind. Okay, so I've got to do a couple things. I got to let my friends know that I am streaming. And same with this person. And that should be good. I don't know. What are we going to talk to? What are we going to talk about today? I feel like my life is getting better. I feel like things are eventually moving towards a positive direction. And one of those things is I don't really feel the need to express a need for something. Like, when I used to be very um, concerned with what people think. And now I realize that if you're concerned with what people think, that may mean that you're a good person. Just at the same time, be concerned with your own respect, be concerned with how you think about the situation, because you're the one in control. You have the power, right? So it's good to see you, Roke. Yeah, this is something I forgot to do last time. It's highlight comments, which is going to be something in the future. So here I am, just blethering. Very happy when I can get my Monster Energy drinks or any kind of pop or anything like that. Today is a gathering of sorts, a gathering of my thoughts towards kind of where am I going, you know? I've got prospects of live shows. I've got prospects of being able to uh, get my story up and running as a podcast, my Electric Noir. There's a lot of things I'm working on. And sometimes I feel like I'm pushing myself. I feel like I need to be working on more stuff, but it's all going to get done. There's no need to push myself for any reason. I think when I force things, they don't come out that great. But so, how's your break going there, Roke? How is your break? You're working. I'm thinking about getting a job at a liquor store because I don't know about you, but every single time I have worked at every single time I've been in the liquor store, they seem to be like very nice, very pleasant people, very happy. Maybe that's a local thing around here, but I just think it would be nice to have a little community with them as well, which would be awesome. A short one before drawing, again before supper. Hmm. I'm uh I'm trying to figure out how I don't even know if I'm gonna go with the original script on my uh I don't even know if I'm even gonna go with the original script that I had before for my Electric Noir. I don't know if you do you ever watch that, Roke? Because it may, since there might be a language barrier, I'm not sure, but I wouldn't think so. Uh, yeah, my original script was it almost sent this whole story on a climax where I don't want the story to progress as fast as it is, right? What do you think about kind of I think there's a saying, it's like the what is it, the wick that burns the brightest lasts half as long. So I got to keep that in mind. I want to just put everything out there. I want to make it exciting. I want to make it amazing. But does that mean I burn out quicker? I'm not sure. I'd like to have people up here. It would be nice to have it'd be nice to have someone, if I can invite someone up, but I just don't know. Yeah, like I guess I didn't put it in the description, but it's an open panel. If anyone wants to show up, just let me know. Um, yeah, just it's a slow day. It's one of those. It's rainy outside, very gray, as you can tell in the in my little studio here. It's pretty gray and dark, which is something I like. I like that kind of stuff. So, Notif went down. I don't know what you mean. A lot of Notif went down and disappear. Need to clean some bells. Okay, cool. And if not very many people show up, I'm gonna be here blethering on about nothing for a long time. I gotta get people realizing that I'm gonna do this on a regular basis, no matter what. And I don't know if there's any streams going on right now. It seems like Hippie's gonna get back into the mix. He's got a new computer, everything. I really wish the best for him. Yesterday was 30 Celsius. Wow, that's for this time of year. Wait, well, because you're in the southern hemisphere, so that's probably why. Um, right now, I live in technically I live in a temperate rainforest, so we get a lot of rain, but usually around the winter time. And yeah. So hey, Gordium, good to see you. And Hippie's returning. He looked a little bit tired last night, but that could be because of a lot of different circumstances. I'm not necessarily sure what was going on there, but Lori was there. We had a fun time. Yeah. I I'm just kind of going on about whatever anyone wants to talk about. If Gordium, if you want to come up here on stream, then you're more than welcome. Anyone wants to get up here? I'm just drinking my Monster Energy drink and trying to get with it. I woke up late today, and man, I not 100% there, but still my happy-go-lucky self. I think that from yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before, the stream I did, I was just in such a good mood, and I think that's carried on. So, what's your opinion? What do you guys think? How would you, if you had to, with a gun to your head, how would you get into the video game industry if you were to put your music in an indie game? What are your ideas on how you would contact people? I don't know how, because one of the things about my music is it's very specific. Sorry, I have a specific sound, and I'm not necessarily sure what genre that would be really good at. I'm kind of actually, as I'm thinking about it, I'm leaning more towards fighting games. So I think with a hip hop kind of beat and everything, the breaks and everything, it could really do well with the rhythm of a fighting game. So maybe, right? Yeah, yeah, there you go. I was looking at actually I went in a different direction, Gordium. I see that's what I have to highlight the comments. Uh I went into a mod. It was a mod for Fallout, but I realized pretty quick that they're not looking for beats. They're looking for more or less kind of like really specific ambient. Good for GTA? Yeah, I suppose. Oh, what would be really cool for Grand Theft Auto is if they had a channel dedicated to people who wanted to, like an indie music channel, where they wanted to have people just constantly submit songs to GTA, and then they'd play that How cool would that be? That would be like its own cult. I don't know. So, yeah, I think that'd be sweet. I think there's a game that's Cyberpunk 2077 that has a similar thing with their update. There's this on certain nights. There's a party place, and you can go there, and they play people's submissions from the community, which is pretty sweet. Vice City was awesome. Vice City was the only GTA that I ever beat all the way through. I don't know why. I guess I had I think I had Vice City. I either had it for PS2 or had it for Xbox. I think I had it for PS2. And then I got San Andreas, but it got stolen. Then I never touched the GTA series until I think really 5 when it came back. But yeah, Vice City was a vibe. Vice City was good. Do you know that it looks completely different on different consoles? Like the original version, for whatever reason, had an aesthetic, had like a glow to it, had like the lighting and everything was really good, right? And the first and second one were good for the time. Yeah. I think for a long period of time you could download onto your PC GTA 1 and 2 for free off of Rockstar's website. I don't know. That's probably changed by now, but yeah. So I when I was able to fly in a helicopter for the first time in GTA Vice City, that was the craziest thing ever. Because back then we'd celebrate things that were revolutionary, like being able to fly around or being able to, and we forget like the steps that were getting us to those places, right? Those video games were pretty revolutionary. And what do y'all think about racing games? Because I was thinking my music could either be in racing games or in fighting games, but I for some reason I think it's more for fighting games. I'm not sure. Yeah, 2 to 3. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto. Let's see. Yeah, fucking stop. The jump from 2 to 3. We're talking about Grand Theft Auto. That was pretty crazy. And now people are looking back at it, and it's seeming dated. The third one. It's like we think about it, all the pedestrians are kind of aimlessly walking nowhere, and they're kind of just like there's no action to them. It seems like a almost like a creepy liminal space. The third one, there's like fog, is dark and lonely and isolated, and I think that's a lot of people nowadays are focused mostly on that kind of thing. So when I think about my story, the electric noir, and I'm adding these parts that are like the person being isolated and lonely in the dark, um, I'm hoping that'll connect with certain people. But you can fit in Need for Speed type game, in my opinion. Yeah, probably. Although I'd watch that because the last time Need for Speed, I forget, Unbound was the last one, and people were saying that the variety of music was a downfall. They were hoping for music from basically um, like what's that? Most Wanted or Carbon or something. They were hoping for rock and roll, EDM, all that kind of cool stuff, the darker music. But with the Unbound, they got like a bunch of really international kind of tracks, and I guess people were um, unsatisfied by that. They made a whole bunch of memes. I think I saw memes from months about how they had better soundtracks. So I really got to watch out with that one. I think I really got to go into a niche, right? Hey Snooks, how's it going? It's good to see you. We're not doing too much special stuff today, but I think right now we're on a talk about how I can get my music into video games. And I don't know why they always say this on YouTube and stuff. You got to find a niche. You got to find a niche. Got to like be extra specific with where you want to put your stuff. So as far as my music goes, I was thinking fighting because I love fighting games. I'm just not that good at them. I gotta if I had the time and energy to put into it, I think I'd totally go Street Fighter, but if they made a new Killer Instinct, I'd go for that. Those are cool games. Oh yeah, yeah. The only problem with Kickstarters um or any kind of like GoFundMe and stuff is that you have to get you also have to have the same promotion as your music, which is like at the same level. Like if you're not getting good promotion numbers with your music, it's going to be hard for you to get your Kickstarter out there as well. At least that's what I think. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just having fun with it. So how you said it's chilly here, but doing good. Yeah, it's chilly here too. Apparently, for Roque, it's 30 degrees Celsius, which is pretty hot, if you know. That's like a pretty hot summer day. Um, uh, nice. So you know nothing about that, but you can type pretty. I can't do math, but I can type pretty fast. I'm totally English. There's like this saying in rap music. I think mostly in Wu Tang, maths and English. Maybe not just mostly Wu Tang, but you know, um, it's reminiscent of like of the flow versus the linguistics of any kind of thing. I'm more of an English person. I'm more of like a writing person. And oh, hey, how's it going, man? And it's good to see you here. Wait, Indy, you're here. Thank you very much. I guess you saw my message. And we're just chilling. We're just hanging out. It's good to see you. So, one thing I like about Monster energy drinks is that I know Snooks, you're gonna get on my case because it's so terrible for me, but it's okay. Um, I it gives me a boost, almost like takes me out of my low level depression, which is it's a blessing. It really is. So, oh, there's a lot of comments coming in now, saying hi to everyone. And we got, and now I'm highlighting the comments finally, right? Last stream, I didn't even know, no one knew who I was talking to. So just got a working PS3 again, has been getting back stacks. Nice. Oh, what? Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm a bit lost. Okay. I'm still waking up. I slept in. So, um, yeah. How is everyone like if I were to give something unique as a stream, although I don't necessarily think I need to. I mean, I don't know, but if I were to do my own stream on a regular basis, what is something that I could essentially what do you think would be fun for me to do that might like any ideas, any suggestions would be great. Plus, oh, also guys, if you want to come up here on panel and just talk to me one on one without the chat, let me know and I'll invite you. Just happened to see the stream. Good timing. Okay. That's Gordium. And yeah, so I might play a couple songs. Playing some games on streams is one idea. That's true. I see that comment there. Just don't have the batshit crazy Snooks up. Oh, come on, man. You're so cool. You're fun to talk to. I don't care if you say something crazy. I'm not gonna judge you for it. I have schizophrenia. Like I'm the last one that's gonna judge people. So if you do want to come up, you're more than welcome. Yeah. My cat's right here. You can't see her, but she's sleeping. She's been snoring. You ever find that when cats snore? I think it's cute. I think it's funny. But to answer the question about playing some games on stream, I don't know. I think the games that I play are kind of boring. I'd be playing some racing games. I think the reason why is to keep my mind focused on one thing and then also talk at the same time. It's kind of like when I drive with someone, when I go for a road trip or whatever. I'm driving and I can have the best conversations. Do you ever have that? Like where if you have to drive a long distance, there's a huge difference between if you have someone with you or if you're alone. And like what ones do you like more? Do you like having your solitude or being able to have the trip go so fast because someone's talking to you? I don't know if I kind of like both. I don't know, but my oh, you say you love uh I love watching racing games. I like to see the top times. Yeah, see, I don't necessarily play racing games for that um reason. I kind of it's like meditation for me. Like I'll put on Nürburgring, which is of course this huge track through the woods, and I'll just drive my car with my little wheel and and I'll just kind of meditate, listen to music, meditate, drive around. Although I am pretty good at driving around that track specifically, um yeah. I like this. Play music loud, have sunroof open, and sing. Oh, too bad I don't have a sunroof in my car. Actually, no, that's probably a good thing. Knowing my car, it probably would leak. Shoot birds? Oh, you mean like flip the bird? When you say shoot birds out of the sunroof at bad drivers, you don't mean actually like launch pigeons at them, right? Because I could do that too, but so I dig the. Let's see this. Okay, I dig the long drive games and also quick arcade racers like Daytona USA and Sega Rally. Yeah, maybe that's a thing, right? Maybe there's an opportunity. You have like an open world map. It's like Outrun, but chill, right? You're not going for a really fast speed. You're just doing a long drive. You have to make sure you get gas at certain places. So it would be kind of like American Truck Simulator, but say the story is you have this beat up car, and the way that you drive it, if you wreck your car, you have to start again or whatever. But you're trying to get to this one destination to like maybe deliver medication to someone or something, and you don't have that much money, and it's like an endurance, and you have to plan it really well and go to the certain gas stations. That would be cool. And then there would be a little bit of like conflict or challenge, but it would be much more chill than say with Outrun with the Ferrari going as fast as possible. Game on YouTube don't get many viewers. So you find that people who game on YouTube don't get many viewers. Yeah, I don't know. Perhaps it's the person. Perhaps people are just not as into gaming as much as they were before. Some people are also, I don't know, more charismatic than other people and they engage with the audience. Nothing is worse than having someone on a stream who is just being dead and just playing the video game and not even involving anyone in it. Also, Cross Country Canada, that trucking game was awesome. I think there's also a US version. Oh, that sounds cool. I've never heard of it. Um, I think, yeah. Oh, Imagine driving across Canada in a game in a car and having listening to a soundtrack like Boards of Canada or like the Mine Track soundtrack, like some ambient stuff as you're going across the prairies and trying to like yeah, I don't know why. I used to really like more adrenaline games, but oh, just on my elbow. At least didn't get my funny bone. So I'm gonna play a song. Actually, how does the audio sound? I think it sounds way better than yesterday because like yesterday I was using the audio from the camera accidentally, but now I've got it on this microphone, which is a lot better, I think. Yeah. So I am going to. Oh, yeah. I forgot to do one thing. Quit Discord, and then I am going to play a song. Um, and hopefully one that I haven't played recently. So I will have to go into my releases and maybe I'll play one for Avoid. You'll hopefully like this one. Um, yeah. Oh shit. So just gotta get this. I wish I had hotkeys or something where I can just uh one sec. There we go. That is Black and basically the idea behind it was that a lot of people don't necessarily like black licorice, and gushers were these candies that they were like soft on the outside, but they had a liquid on the inside, and they were like a fruit snack for kids when they would go to school. And Rez, an artist from Canada, she's from Niagara Falls, and she's pretty big now. Um, but she had a song way back called Purple Gusher, and I thought that was cool. And then she made another one called Green Gusher. So I thought, just to copy her, right? I'd make one called Black Gusher and make it totally terrible. although the song actually turned out pretty good. So I just have to say hi. Oh yes. See you later, Rogue. It's great having you here, and I hope to see you again. Take care. So now we have Michael, aka Zealand, here, which is awesome to see. Michael's one of those. You're one of those people who make a ton of songs too, fairly prolific. And you're doing that also whilst traveling, which is amazing. So I think I've played one of your songs on one of my past streams, which is pretty cool. Um, yeah. So my cat is right here, as you can see. Now you can see her. Don't bite me. she's very cute. Yep. Come here. I love having a cat in my life. I'm a dog person, but ever since I got her, I've been really happy. Meow. Yeah, she's so let's see. Black Gusher, let's see. Black Gusher candies are different. They have gasoline in them. Oh yeah, exactly. So, my cat wants food. I'm going to play another song as I'm dodging her biting me. And yeah. Hopefully, yeah, I know, buddy. Me. Okay. So I'll be back in 2 seconds. I just thought that song is very long, and yeah. Come here, buddy. Come on. There we go. All right. So one thing I learned, um, going forward in my music is to not make songs overwhelmingly long, and that usually if you have an idea for I don't know, a movement or some kind of piece, that can be accomplished in less time, if you know what I mean. I used to really draw songs out, and I think the reason behind that was because there you go, buddy. Was because I wanted to have them on for a long period of time while I was driving. But now, of course, I have a playlist and it works out really good. All right. Ham sandwich, potato salad, and salad. Wow. Why not a ham salad? Oh, wait. No. What? Ham. Oh, yeah, that's funny. I saw this. There's a picture on the internet. You can probably look it up on Google image search. There's a Monster Energy ham. You can, yeah, it's a joke, obviously, but I think that's the funniest thing ever. Yeah. And that's another one off of my um it's another song off of my first album, and yeah, I think the album's kind of rough, but it turned out pretty good. Um, Started the same way. Now most of my songs are less than 4 minutes. Yeah, I a lot of my songs are actually dipping underneath 3 minutes now, and for some reason, I'm actually finding it's easier if I have a song that's around 2 minutes and 30 seconds to write lyrics to in one sitting. But oh yeah, there's a song. There's a song I can play. I'll play this song in a bit. It's a Methadone Hamsters song that I put vocals over, and Mr. Smith really likes it. It's on my channel, so if you ever dip out and want to go check it out, that's up to you. But yeah, I did a dedication to communities everywhere, but mostly to our community, and I sang. Sounds pretty rough, but uh, I really appreciate all of you. So I wanted to get it out there. So yeah. So how do you make songs so fast, Michael, aka Zealand? How do you get prolific like that? You know what I mean? You don't necessarily have to answer, but these days people have very short attention spans. 6-second songs are just around the bend. Oh, I really hope not. I saw this one album that was really cool, and it was I think you can only do this with a CD player or something like that, but there was this CD where you would program the CD player to play with a fade of like 20 seconds or something, and the songs were only like a minute or so each, and then it would like the whole song, it would be a different playthrough every single time, and it was a morphing kind of I don't know the song. I don't know what it's called, but like there's really cool experimental things you can do with mediums like CD and stuff. Uh what is this album, Gordium? Short music for short people. Um okay, take care. Michael, thanks for stopping in. Have a great day. So yeah, what was this album? Who did short music for short people? Cuz yeah, I Sounds like a fun thing to check out. A punk compilation with all short songs. Oh, cool. How's the weather in the Sault Ste. Marie right now? Right now, out here in Victoria, it's very gray, cloudy, rainy, as it always is in the winter, which is okay. Let's see. Maybe I'll catch up on some other comments back here. So, I've got another question. If you could combine two genres that don't usually go together and make them sound good, which genres would you try to put together? For me, I think I'd like to put together jazz and metal. And I know it's kind of technically been done before, but I think it would be sweet to have like maybe like a distorted, gnarly kind of rough jazz or something like that, like a dark, evil jazz. The closest thing I can think of to like darker jazz would be like noir jazz, which I had this playlist on my I think it was on my Spotify or on my Deezer or something like that, and it was called Cthulhu Noir Jazz. And man, that was cool. I just kind of write or putter around to that dark atmospheric music in the background, and it would be very fun. So does polka and mariachi, that with the brass element of that, I don't think that would be too far off from being possible. So there you go. Polka and mariachi, says Blue. I know there's been mariachi metal, I'm fairly certain, but yeah. So would you know anyone who would ever want to come up here live that I can invite up here? Or anyone of you would want to come and have a chat with me, make it less boring? I'm just gonna look for. Oh, stop it! Look for some more songs I can share. I think I was gonna share that one, the one that I made yesterday, and all right.
moment and let it all soak in. We were
faces, shining, innumerable. You make me feel like a human being. You make me feel like I can get out of any rut with help from my friends. All of you have friends, and you're not alone, only because that's what you give. You give everything. You give your honesty, you give your genuine, true nature, and that's the only thing that makes my day. I'm so happy because I have a sea of shining individuals. You make everything nice, and I believe in you. Yeah, so that my lyrical process. I was just about to say something about that, Gordium. So I when I got onto that track, I just put it in my DAW, and then I would just do it kind of almost like a freestyle. I would record the vocals just as I went along. So I think that's what gave it kind of like a whimsical kind of rhythm to it or whatever. But I would just kind of, if I thought of something that sounded pretty decent, I kind of first I thought of like a theme for the song, then I just generated it as I was recording, bit by bit, and turned out pretty good. Although I think with something like rap or whatever with lyrics, it's much better if I write down the lyrics first. Um, but I'm not sold on that quite yet because I think it would be cool if I trained my ability to freestyle lyrics as much as possible. So I see that. That's the songs with vocals always take me way longer to finish and write. Yes. The lyrical process is almost as long for me as the writing the song in the first place. That's why I wanted to slim it down by trying to impromptu it whenever I'd get an instrumental going. It's worked on some occasions, but some occasions I find it's lackluster. But I am going to continue doing that process moving forward. So, yeah. Um, I think I'm gonna have to get my cat some food. I think we just ran out of food, so I might. Oh no, she's lying down. There we go. So we can keep going for a bit longer here. Like I said, I think the stream says midnight bandit stream about nothing. So that's exactly kind of what it's like. But I'm glad people showed up. I'm glad people are here. Let's see. That's definitely a good skill to have for me. The muse drops me lines every now and then, and I try to keep track. Yeah, it's good to save notes in the phone, I guess, or whatever. Just like, uh, or I write them down. If I have a really cool idea, I will kind of write it down with uh, dictation through artificial intelligence. I find that ChatGPT is one of the best assistants you can have for music. Just ask it any question you want. Does this flow properly? Does this is there a way that I can use strong metaphorical elements? Like whatever questions you can come up with, Chat GPT is there to help you. So maybe I should do that one of these days. I'll just open up. Actually, I'll do that now. I will. I'll open up ChatGPT. It's making me log in. Okay. So, for instance, actually, how does that work with the? Okay, there we go. So we've got ChatGPT there, and you could ask it basically anything. What are ways that in my music making process I can streamline lyric writing, right? And you ask it that, and it'll come up with a whole bunch of different things to offer. Um, so these things could be like set aside a dedicated time for lyric writing schedule. Consistency can help enhance your creative flow. Carry a small notebook, or what I said with your phone, right? Um, and jot down inspiration whenever you have an idea. Catalog it, right? Use your mind maps or outlines. So create mind maps, although I don't necessarily know what a mind map is, but I guess brainstorming. Um, uh, start with a concept or theme. Obviously, that's pretty. You can understand that pretty quickly. A clear concept or theme in mind, or even a metaphor. Free writing, just write down your thoughts as much as possible without any creative blocks. Just come up with whatever. You get the idea, right? So I think that uh, try to find inspiration everywhere, like inspiration in even the things that you might not find inspiration in usually. Like, for instance, I try to like, let's say this concept. My mom tries to. She always tells me she tries to have plants in her home, but she always kills them. And I don't even really care too much about my plants, but somehow they're thriving. And how can you turn that into a song about love? How can you turn that into a song about relationships? Um, Sometimes maybe the metaphor can be drawn that sometimes it's not about consistent effort, but just to be relaxed and calm and kind of just I don't know. I don't know. You could even ask how can I draw a metaphor between that, right? If I'm gonna do it again. Okay, so uh so excellent. Okay, so um I'll share the screen again. Um exactly for that reason. How can I create a song that uses the metaphor of my mom not being able to keep house plants and my ability to do just that, even though though I don't put much attention into it, and have that serve as the basis for a love song. Right? And it'll come up with some crazy idea. Right? So, wow, there's a lot of information on there. Wow, 12 points. So, clearly establish the metaphor of houseplants representing relationships. Consider what aspects of keeping houseplants can be analogous to nurturing a relationship. So even with one of these things, for example, writing plants could represent the struggling relationship, while thriving plants may symbolize a flourishing love. So it's just giving me kind of ideas, but you can just go into that and further explore that, I guess. Um, what kind of brainstorms are on the horizon, and what should our viewers do to prepare? like a like I'm a meteorologist. Uh, Good thing is that the brainstorms are good for us. They're not like, they're not going to light any fires or anything unless it's under your butt to start making music. It seems like cheating, doesn't it? Hey, Michael Songs, good to see you. But the more tools you can have at your disposal, not to generate ideas, but to kind of help you along in your creative process, the better, right? Yeah, good to see you, Michael. Another Michael. There was a Michael, aka Zealand, before, but now we have Michael Songs. Good to see you. And yeah, let's see what I'm gonna ask one for. Actually, yeah. So I'll ask you, Avoid. What do you think is some aspect of songwriting that you are struggling with right now? And maybe I can show you an example of how ChatGPT can be utilized to help push through these writing blocks. And if anyone else has any kind of ideas, maybe I could show an example that would help anyone else with their writing process. I'm not sure, or anything. And I don't consider it cheating. I just feel like I have a lot to offer before I ask it for help. Yeah, I don't know. It's up to you, but it can definitely be a powerful asset. Yeah. So I struggle more with simplifying my music. Perfect example. So, how do you run the gambit in between making songs too complex and too simple when approaching heavy metal? I'm going to share what it says in a second here. So we got this. There, you got a whole bunch of stuff, and you can, it's up to you. To the degree that you can ask questions, it will come up with amazing answers. Familiarize yourself with the characteristics of heavy metal. Obviously, you know that. Pay attention to the typical song structures, instrumentation, and technical elements that define the genre. Begin with a solid foundation, including a catchy melody, strong rhythm, and clear song structure. This provides a basis for more intricate elements without sacrificing accessibility. And that's one thing I do have to say. Some people, they make their songs and they think that the lack of accessibility feeds into their ability to have a unique or less mainstreamy kind of poppy sound. But sometimes people really dig that accessibility, having it not too crazy, right? We've got I'll get back to it one sec. So while heavy metal often follows a verse, chorus, verse structure, don't be afraid to experiment. Obviously, you're not. Introduce variations in song structures. Gotcha. And considering incorporating pre-choruses, breakdowns, and instrumental sections. Breakdowns would be cool for you. And maybe that's what you're trying to get at, is like a simplifying part of the song, headbanging part. Create dynamic arrangements of varying intensity throughout the song. Use dynamics, tempo changes. You're good at that. Balancing technicality with melodic elements, even in the most complex heavy metal, memorable melodies, like pleasant melodies, can serve as anchors for the listener. Incorporate melodic hooks to make your song stand out. I think you're fairly good at that. Introduce technical elements such as intricate guitar solos. Yeah, gotcha. Oh, right. It says here, make sure they serve the song rather than being added for the sake of complexity. Vocal clarity, you got that. Listenability versus complexity. Strike a balance between creating music that is challenging for your musicians and enjoyable for a broader audience. Consider your target audience and find a middle ground that caters to both musicians and casual listeners, right? Because you don't want to scare people away. Any more people, the merrier. But you do obviously want to continue keeping that level of richness and complexity with your music. Continuously refine your compositions. Don't be afraid to edit and simplify parts that may be too convoluted. Keep only what serves the overall musical vision. You get the idea. There's tons of stuff that you can learn. As far as this goes, Blue, I'd say you can have at least one dedicated song in your roster or album or whatever that is more on the simple side. Like let's say Judas Priest's Living After Midnight, right? It's a pretty simple song, but people love that song so much. And then when they hear that first song, they're like, hey, this Judas Priest is pretty awesome. I'm going to check out their other stuff. And they're more likely to like that stuff after they've listened to the first cool one, right? So let's see. Avoid, you could always try as an exercise to give yourself a time limit. Work on writing a song from scratch in a set amount of time, even if you throw the song away when you're done. Yeah, exactly. But intend on finishing it, right? Which is pretty cool. Yeah, this ChatGPT stuff is working pretty good. So, and we can even consult the great ChatGPT on that as well. So, is it favorable to write songs within a set time limit? Oh man, didn't even write it. Is it favorable to write a song in a set time limit? Oh my god, what the oh yeah. It right, great. I just wasn't on the ball, obviously. So writing a song in a set time limit can be favorable for several reasons. Depending on your goals, preferences, and the creative context, here are some potential benefits. Increased productivity, right? Time limit can push you past procrastination. There's a guy with a great channel title. His name's like Actions, Not Distractions. I think that's exactly what the sentiment is. Focused creativity. So it's like a job. Like you find yourself more productive at a work job because you're within an allotted set of time. You focus on whatever it is you're doing. You overcome perfectionism, which is probably amazing. Regular practice, spontaneity, and inspiration. Constraints can lead to unexpected and spontaneous creative choices, right? Which may work really well. Efficient brainstorming, fun and challenge, right? So yeah. However, it's essential to recognize this approach may not suit everyone for every creative project. Some potential drawbacks include rushed quality. The pressure may lead it to skip out on certain things. Creativity constraints and increased stress. It may be a stressful thing. So, all right. So where did that comment go? So, hello, Camellia. Nice to see you here, and hello, Lady Campion. Campion, good to see you as well. Okay, gotcha. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit behind on comments. Meaning, I shouldn't try to reinvent the wheel with my song structure. I tend not to repeat parts. Sometimes, like, if you can repeat certain parts, almost like a reprise in like a film score, but just do it slightly different. Maybe one part is triumphant, and then the other part's the same motif, but it's slightly sadder or whatever, or I don't know, more aggressive or whatever. But it's cool. Repetition is one of the things I like to work with quite a bit. So, yeah. So, I'd like to say hi. I guess I've said hi to everyone. Michael Songs, Camellia, um, Lady Campion. Hope everyone's doing great today. I think this is going to work. This little impromptu streams, usually around, I think what time? Usually around 3, in between noon and 3 Pacific time. And yeah, we can just talk about whatever. But that just, I think a light just went on in my head. With my knowledge of production and my knowledge of creating music, if anyone wants to have a discussion around parts of mixing, mastering, choosing the right instrument, any kind of production thing, I'd be totally down with doing that. And then I can also use ChatGPT to kind of furthermore express those ideas, right? So, yeah, I like to use loops a lot because I find that people seem to like hearing a repeated idea over and over and over again. It's like, why would hip hop work so well, right? It's because people, once they fall in love with an amazing riff, or even let's say stoner metal to a certain degree, like you have repeating head banging riff that it just with every repetition you feel it more strongly. That's what makes it catchy, right? You say you're not great at mixing or mastering. Not really. That's blue. Well, that comes with time. Obviously, like there's no reason why you can't learn how to do it fairly efficiently pretty quickly. You make songs with mostly an acoustic guitar. And oh, hey, Forest of the Wolf. Good to see you. We're talking about making music, and you're an amazing composer. So if you have any questions to ask, I'm consulting ChatGPT to kind of brainstorm advice on music production. Not everyone in chat is a music producer or maker or instrument player, but it's kind of cool to explore our minds and inspiration. Hey, it's Chad's here. Snook's here. Okay. Hey, Chad. Good to see you. I can just, I don't even have to type it. I can just say hi. Hi. So, I'm feeling really good. Edit Pro on my track recording. I don't know how to do it correctly, and I've been trying for 30 years. Interesting. Sorry, is that? I don't know. I've learned FL Studio for at least. It took me around 10 years to really get somewhat good at it, but then I'd say with mixing, it's all just about balance. Mixing, it's like a room that you're in. The instruments are in like a box, right? Vocals should be kind of center with maybe some tracks off to the side, off to either side. Bass should be center. Drums, you can kind of like layer them about in different places, all on the spectrum. Guitars are usually good to be like on the sides. I don't know. That's how I think about it. When you think about the when you're putting on headphones, it's like you're in a room, and then volume. To me, it goes back, forward, and backwards when you're thinking about volume. So if you and it's just this 3D space that when you're mixing, right? And then mastering, you can mix down too. You can make everything quieter, and then in the mastering process, lift everything up all at the same time, and it works. You know, when you make a song that's all loud right at the get go before mastering, then you may run into some clipping issues or whatever. So yeah, mixing interpretive dance. Yeah. It's good to see you, Scars and Shadows. I don't know if I said hi to you yet. So, what would you like to learn about mixing, Blue? Because I could just consult ChatGPT, right? We can just ask, is there something that you need to know specifically about it? I need a mentor or whatnot. If someone shows me how and why, I can get it, but I'm a visual tactile learner. And if you want, we can go into like a private session chat on Discord, and I can show you what I mean. And it wouldn't take me too long to get you up to speed with mixing. I know I can do it. Um, Depends on your DAW, but every DAW is basically the same. So I could definitely give you some pointers for sure. And yeah, it's I like to what I do with my mixing is I don't double things and then pan them both. I take one thing and use stereo widening to like split it apart. And then every single instrument is at some varying degree of wideness. And then I take the stereo wideness on the master channel and turn it up quite a bit. I think Pete Johns was saying my mixing was really wide and really nice and open and big. So that's what I do. And then what is it? Okay, so I gotta see. I want to see this from Force of the Wolf. Um, the better you prepare your mix, the easier it becomes to master. Don't do mixing too loud. You can pull it a lot later. Yeah, exactly. You could even have a quiet song. Doesn't necessarily have to be like almost ready to master. Up like doesn't have to be loud at all. That's what mastering's for, right? So, and then of course you can do it. You're a doer. I'm a doer. Of course I'm a doer. Thank you. Uh, cool edit from 2000 using a tower with Windows XP. But yeah, it's the same. Really like Cakewalk. Yeah. Uh, cool edit pro. Interesting. So yeah, you could easily do you have a PC or a Mac, Blue? Because you could easily use GarageBand on Mac. So Zealand's back. Awesome. We're talking about. Oh yeah, you're on PC. Okay. So I had to pay quite a bit. I think you make guitar music, right? So Reaper is free, and it has a bit of a learning curve. But if I work with you on it, Reaper is a program that is probably pretty easy to run, and it's free and it's amazing. It's robust, and you can mod it as much as you want. So if you wanna get together and kind of I'll help you learn. We'll learn together how to do Reaper. I mean, just let me know. I know, isn't that funny? I was wondering about the New Zealand, but yeah, it's Toronto, Canadian, just like me. Reaper also has tons of YouTube tutorials. Yeah, it's a great, robust program. Cool edit, all the SBD. If y'all don't know what SBD is, the best band in the world, and stuff was done in that Blue Unicorn. I still use Adobe Audition. Was the follow up from time to time. Yeah, it's cool. I'd check out some SBD. It's pretty fun. So yeah, I'm probably gonna call it quits pretty soon here, but it's great to have all y'all here. Um, you don't know how happy it makes me to have people go out of their way to want to watch me blether about stuff. But now I'm kind of, as I'm doing more streams, I'm learning that maybe this chat GPT thing could be beneficial, and that I do actually have quite a bit of knowledge regarding making not only films for videos, not only music videos, but for music itself, for mixing, mastering, and composition and everything like that. So if any of you need any help with any projects that you're working on, any kind of um, music or idea or video or stream or whatever, just ask me. We might be able to work on it together and figure out something really cool. So, yeah, thank you very much. We do the same thing though, Snooks. You have to realize that we self-deprecate a little bit, and it's okay for like a little bit of it, but I'm turning it around. I think it's just as much as I used to think it was just a silly bad habit. I'm getting to the point where I'm thinking like, no, I gotta really vouch for myself. I really gotta get on my own team, and I think I can do that. And the more I do that, the more I have been doing that and practicing saying good things about myself, the happier I've been feeling lately. And I just it's that's why I'm exuding happiness. It's because you're doing the best you can, and it's amazing. So I need help with my vomit and keeping my crucifix right set up. Oh man, this is a reference to my story that I've been making called the Electric Noir. If you want a fun romp through different dimensions and space, then check it out. It's on my channel. But yeah. Anyways, it's hard though. It Yeah, I'm not necessarily sure. It's a long healing isn't something that happens right away, and it's tough, but after you do heal, you're so much more than anything you ever could have been before. And I think it really, if I'm going to end the stream on one thing, it's not necessarily how we fall, but how we pick ourselves up again that really shows us our character. So I'll let you know. I'll try to let you know beforehand when I'm streaming the next, but it's going to be pretty impromptu. I love all y'all, and you have a wonderful day. Okay? Thank you so much. Bye bye.